So you want to be a truck driver. Wake up this morning, everything's fine. Big money miles, big money run. Just hammering down. Lots of miles in Canada, just racking them up in this pay period. Thinking, oh, I got time to just get one more load in. And then if you know, you know already. If you don't, then you don't. That's a brake chamber, if you don't know. There's oil all over the leaf spring there. There's oil on this chamber, so we're assuming it's not a hub leak. There's not enough oil on the back side of these tires, and all the oil seems to be on this side of the shocks and components. So we're going with a hub seal. So let's get in there and see if we can get a good look at it. Hub seal leak. All over the back here and up on the frame. Now these wheels, they have hubs too with oil in them, and basically when they go, you're going down the road at 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour, and seal blows out. It blows all the oil that it has while your tire's rolling, and it'll pollute the entire trailer. It'll pollute the bottom of the trailer, the side of the frame, the backs of the tires, the diff, the bags, you name it, it'll be covered in oil. And that's how you usually know you have a wheel hub leak. When you're sitting still, you'll have puddling as well. I didn't have any of that. And I seen some of this oil, I think last week, but I really thought I ran over it because it was already in the truck stop. And it was right underneath my tire path, and like somebody else had an oil leak. So that definitely wasn't me. But they're worried that the diff might be empty now, or getting low, so I'm stuck. They're not going to send me out like this. A diff problem on the road would be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, so I hope we caught it, and I caught it soon enough. Before you ask, yes, I do my pre-trip inspection, but I was hooked up to a trailer, and it's morning, like 6 a.m. These kinds of things can slip by. So as soon as I drop my trailer, it's routine before I pick up another trailer to just kind of give it a walk around and look again. And that's where I seen this problem. So another day, another dollar, they say. We'll hope to be out of here relatively soon. Keep you posted. I mean, they literally made a call, spoke in Punjabi, said to me, go to the other yard. That was all I got. I didn't get actual time frames or when guys were coming or a phone number to call the guy. If he doesn't show up, just go to the other yard. He's coming. Okay, so
If something wrong, company gonna say, oh, why you open then? Why you open then?
that's exactly what they'd say. Any company would.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't check the parts first?
Yeah.
You're the mechanic. Why didn't you do it? Yeah. Your wife must like your muscles, eh? Well, after a really messed up day where you wake up at 6 o'clock ready to work and you drive basically 2.5 hours, and that's about all she wrote. You guys seen what happened with the truck and all the repairs going on. Buddy was really nice to deal with. Was starting to get cold and hungry. I've been here for 7 hours waiting for him to finish this differential seal. So anybody who's a mechanic, just comment right there and let me know if a diff seal takes 7 hours. But anyway, apparently I had to run around everywhere and get one of these diff seals. And that's what took him so long. So now, as of now, I only have 5 hours left on my logbook after basically having an 11 when I got here. and ready to work. I specifically took yesterday off so that I would have more hours today to work, and that kind of backfired, but I did get a Thunder Bay run. We love those, right? It starts off the pay period, or it's going to end this one off fantastically. I'm not really sure how the cutoff works, if it's going to be paid to me, because I'm delivering on the day that our pay cuts off, but I'm not really coming back until a couple days later. But I've had half the trip done, so some companies are like, if half the trip's done, we pay it to you, and if not, you have to do the whole trip before your pay cut off. So either way, looking at it positively, I've already made a really good check for this run, this 2-week period, so I don't really need to have this Thunder Bay put on there, but it would be fantastic to see a check like that. And at the same time, if they don't, it's a great start to the one that comes before Christmas, so yay. But yeah, so now that I'm hungry and I've waited all day to eat because I couldn't run the truck because Buddy was underneath it, you know, like, don't want to send him to permanent rest. So I've been starving. We got a pounding headache. I'm going to show you guys what's on the menu for today. All right, so first things first. Cup of noodles. Okay, you can make these like this and eat them. People do all the time, and you can survive on the road. You don't need any kind of fancy meal. I use these for all kinds of things. I eat these when I'm lazy and just want to eat, and I eat them with a meal, and that's what's going to happen today. I'm going to drain these, put the powder on it, and basically eat them like a lo mein noodle. And we're having, I'm not eating all these at once, by the way, pork chops. Sorry, having some pork chops. And then we're going to top them off with some mushrooms, because I still have some left, and onion, because I still have some left. Here, maybe I should show you the onion. And then toss some spinach on top. And then we'll smother it with some cheese. And yes, I know, the processed cheese. It's what I could afford when I went. I will be aiming for more healthier cheese, and just constantly aiming to be healthier and happier. So that's the goal of the channel. Cooking on my little hot plate. If you haven't seen the video, how to cook an awesome meal on the road, check that out. It goes into detail about how expensive the hot plate was, or how cheap. I'm not done yet. I do all kinds of stuff in this truck. I've had a grill panini press. I've had all kinds of stuff. I just need to get to that point. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting the channel. It's going through the roof as far as the trucking content goes. For the people that are with me for the hiking content, trucking is going to get me into hiking more and bringing more content to you from the beginner standpoint. So please support the trucking content, and if you don't do that, then I will be putting out as much hiking content as I can ASAP. So don't leave the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let's cook some food. I know some of you are wondering, how's he cook all this food? Like, where's all that meat go? There's no way he'd eat all that meat without, like, eating bad meat. So, here's my fridge. You see, I need to clean the carpet a little bit. But anyway, this is my fridge. I pretty much set it up all the time the same. Condiments here. This freezer is not very big, but if you're careful, you can make a lot happen. There's about 6 chicken breasts in there, 2 packs of lunch meat, and I just pulled out 6 pork chops last night. I've had, like, the hot dogs were in here, all the veggies have been in here. I got some garlic down here, which I'm actually going to toss onto these pork chops right about now. And yeah, stuff for my cereal. It's a nice little setup. Not the biggest fridge in the world. I know that there's probably half of us Freightliner drivers would like to see this fridge higher and not have this shelf here, and then there's half of us that would die without this shelf. So, but anyway, you live with what you got, and I've made this kind of fridge work for me for a really long time, and made really good food, and I hope to continue to do so. The one thing about that garlic, if you don't like the smell, you're cooking in this little area, Bye. Like, there won't be no vampires coming near this place for miles and miles and miles. It reeks in here. I'm just letting you know. When you use garlic in the truck, you ain't escaping it. It's going to be thick. Let's cut up some onion. So between the onion and garlic, I'm vampire proof. Nothing fancy going on these pork chops, just some black pepper and some seasoned salt. If that ain't better than some Big Mac or Wendy's or Arby's, I don't know what is. Disclaimer, guys, I will tell you that cooking like this does take some time. It does take a little bit of time out of your day that you may or may not have. I get that some people are like, well, you know, we don't all sit around all day. Well, in Canada, you have to take 2 hours off a day. So if you can't cook a meal like this in 2 hours and have yourself prepared to eat well throughout the week, or at least that day, then I'm thinking that's on you, not on the guy saying it can be done. In America, you have to take a 30-minute break, and you're also offered 10 hours a night. Again, if you need 10 hours of sleep every single night, and you can't prepare yourself a healthier meal to make sure that you live long enough to have your 10-hour sleeps, because, you know, eating that junk food that I was eating for months at a time can kill you. There it is, folks, piping hot. About 40 minutes to cook 9 pork chops. I'm going to put some more in the freezer now when they cool down, and save them for another day. I messed up my noodles. I made them as a soup instead of dry. I added the powder, and then as I was pouring the water, I'm like, so I'm just going to have it that way. Keep on trekking.